Hi, welcome to Making a Difference. I'm your host, Greg Chapman. Today I'm excited to introduce you to Jessi Raulerson of Prodigal Farm Ministries. Jessi, we're glad you're here.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Tell us about Prodigal Farm Ministries. Vision, mission, what are y'all doing?
So Prodigal Farm Ministries is a new ministry we just launched in August of last year. Our main focus is bringing Jesus to those that are struggling with sobriety, with addiction, substance abuse, alcohol, those type of things. We have a lot of different ministries that feed into that. We basically want to help rehabilitate them on a mental, spiritual, and emotional level so they find freedom in Jesus so that they can come back into the working world of society and contribute back to those around them.
That's cool. So what does, if I'm there on the farm, what does a day in my life look like?
So we have a lot of different career development opportunities. We also work with, we have some farm animals that you guys would be able to go out and take care of and kind of get an outside perspective of what second chance looks like. Our big ministry that we've seen a lot of connectivity with their sobriety and stuff is our foster ministry. We help the local shelters and we take the sick babies and we bring them into our place, and they get to work with them and see what an outside perspective of a second chance of life looks like. And then our discipleship program kind of brings that full circle and shows them that they too get a second chance at life. Yeah. And they can work on themselves the same way that they helped bring those babies back to life, basically.
That's awesome. Foster care is way needed in our society, in our communities. When I think of sobriety, I think, and I could be wrong, so feel free to correct me. I think that in order for someone to get help with a substance abuse, it almost takes hitting rock bottom to figure out that you need help with substance abuse. Is that kind of the case? Is that some of what you see?
It absolutely is the case, because in sobriety recovery, you cannot choose that until you hit your rock bottom and you have no other choice. If you try to start your recovery journey and you haven't quite hit rock bottom, we see relapse is a big thing. And that's the sad side of things, because you pour so much of your heart into these individuals for them to relapse because they hadn't hit the rock bottom yet. They just don't know how to pull away from that. It literally takes them having no other choice but Jesus to pull them out of the pit sometimes. And that's the sad truth, but you're absolutely correct there.
Cool. So real quick, what's a win look like for you guys? Just a success story of someone who has come through the program start to finish. They've realized that they have nothing else going for them and they need something that they don't know what they need. It's Jesus. We know that, but they may not know that.
So through our sponsorship program, we sponsor, but we also work with our local Celebrate Recovery at Callahan First Baptist Church. But through sponsoring them and walking the journey with them, we have somebody that is 18 months sober. They are working full-time job. They just purchased a house. Awesome. It's incredible to see the change in them. They literally came into our program 2 days off of substances, and they were like, I don't really have a choice. I've lost my family. I've lost my friends. They lost their other child, was taken from them. So now they've purchased a home. They have a brand new baby, 6-month-old baby. They're not married. Their partner and them are not married yet, but they are working towards that. They just financially, they had not been able to sustain that, but basically they're back in the working world of helping, and they're doing mentor to mentor, peer mentoring, basically, for another individual that is just starting their steps to sobriety.
That's cool. So in Prodigal Farm Ministries, it's you and your husband, correct?
It's my husband and I, my ex-husband.
All right.
His girlfriend, and we have 2 other directors that we met through various things. One through Celebrate Recovery at Callahan First, and then the other one has been a lifelong friend of my husband's that was not saved when they were friends that found Jesus while we were separated from them, and we have all come together and we partnered together.
It's cool. It's cool to see how God just does what God does. When you can't explain it, it just happens. So looking into the future, if you could cast vision for Prodigal Farms Ministries, what are you looking at?
We are looking to obtain 121 acres of land. We're going to build sober living facilities so people can live on property with us. And we will have a whole bunch of other career development things. But basically, long story short, it's going to look like a family compound. We're going to teach them what true family is like, what functionality a family is supposed to be, and just basically give them a support system that even when they leave, they can always come back and be part and share and pour into the other individuals as they rotate through our facility. So.
That's great. That's awesome. So do you see, is it more like an individual thing, or through your process, or do families come together?
So our main focus is the individual, rehabilitating the individual. That does not mean that we do not support the family. And we absolutely have plans and ideas to have family days where their families can come. We will have a big giant meal together. Our community center is going to be able to house 150 people. That's the plan anyways, where we just have a big long table, buffet family style, where we just have food all the way down the table, and we can just have families all together and we just all sit around the same table together.
That's awesome. We'll definitely be praying for you guys as you're in your ministry up there to just hurt people. There's hurt people everywhere, and I'm not sure what the climate in West Nassau looks like, but sobriety and substance abuse is a huge issue everywhere you look almost. And so thank you for taking time to hang out with us and making a difference in your community where you're at. And so for those of you who are faithful and watching us all the time, make sure you check out Prodigal Family Farms. They'd love to hear from you, especially if you're in the Nassau County area, West Jacksonville. Stay tuned for our next show.
Foodies Care is a nonprofit organization here started in Jacksonville, Florida. Our mission is to support other nonprofits realize and carry out their missions. We're trying to simplify that process to have a local body that's here on the ground and says, listen, we're going to work with you, we're going to partner with you, we're going to give you the resources that you need to be able to do the work that is needed in this community.